in today's video we are exploring the eastern edge of the Peak District.
We're out in the middle of nowhere looking for a house that's not named on OS maps. We're on the wrong side of the stream.
Can we find the mystery house on the moors? Stick around to find out.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to our channel, my name is Kyle.
And I'm Hayley.
And today we are back out exploring the Peak District. So today then we are back out in the Peak District, exploring the northeastern edge of it, not too far outside of Sheffield. On a map today we are smack bang in the middle between Stanage Edge and Wyming Brook. Both are locations that we've done on this channel. And the reason that we're doing it is that there's a little bit of a mystery out on the moors somewhere over there. Now not only this, but when we did film our Wyming Brook video, there was something that I wanted to go and check out and we just didn't get around to doing it. So make sure you stick around because we're going to go find out what that is as well.
So if you're excited for today's video, make sure you hit that like button, and why not join the gang, hit the subscribe button, it really does help us out. So for today's walk, we've parked at the Red Myers Plantation car park. It's completely free. It probably has parking for about, I don't know, 15 to maybe 20 cars. So you probably are best off getting here early, but that being said, it was pretty quiet anyway when we arrived. And one thing to note is that there are no facilities, so there's no toilets, no cafe or anything, so make sure you go for a wee beforehand, and make sure you bring your own snacks.
Go for a wee beforehand?
I don't know.
Have you been for a wee?
Yeah.
I haven't. Well, we had a bit of an early start this morning, kind of like we do a lot for these videos, try and get up and out and show you guys these places. So we're a little bit tired and I'm feeling a little bit cold now.
It's a little bit chilly.
What we got?
So, we've got some shots.
We're gonna do shots. We've been on a bit of a health kick recently, guys. We've picked up some ginger shots, we keep getting them. It's like that spicy nastiness that's actually really good for you.
Yeah, so we've got one ginger shot and one turmeric shot.
Yep, so I'm going to give these a go on camera. They are kind of spicy. They're definitely going to warm us up.
Yeah. Our first go at them was quite interesting, really.
Yeah, we did them in the car. I might stick some footage in now, but we might make these a bit of tradition. Do you guys do these shots? Let's give it a go.
Oh, that's spicy.
Mine's turmeric, it's got apple in it as well. I don't think this is as bad. That was wrong. They put pepper in them.
I'm gonna grow some chest hairs, eh?
Who needs coffee in the morning? Right, anyway, we're heading off. Now, I think north, up across the moors.
Yep.
And we're going to show you guys Something that I alluded to earlier, and it's something that we just didn't quite get a chance to film when we came out to Wyman Brook. So we're going to head out, and while we're out this way, bring you guys along with us. We've had a fair bit of rain in the Peak District over the past few weeks. It has not stopped, and it seems it's no different out here on the moors. So what are you thinking?
It's very, very, very boggy.
It is a bit boggy. Are you trapped?
I think we could probably get around the edges.
People with big legs though, they're okay. Come on, I'll get you piggyback.
So here we are, we're at our first stop, which is the headstone, aka Stump John, aka Cockcrone Stone.
So granted, it's not something that you probably want to hike out just to come and see, but it is sort of a little bit of an interesting point, somewhere where you could stop off and have a bit of a coffee or whatever. Apparently, I've seen it read at least, that it's supposed to look a little bit like the Easter Island heads.
I can sort of see how it would, because like the rocks are sort of like, I guess from a certain angle they are head shaped.
The rocks in the Peak District have all got very interesting names, and you have to sort of squint your eyes a little bit to try and work out if they really do look like what they're called. Apparently it's called Cock Crowing Stone because the grouse and things in the area like to sit on the top and they just sort of call out and they show off a little bit. That's where that name comes from, apparently. But yeah, another big lump of gritstone in the Dark Peak for your checklist.
Right, so we have said goodbye to the headstone and we're heading down to some woods before we get to the mystery house.
Okay, so in what is a first for the channel,
we're gonna have to wade through water.
We're gonna wade through some water because I've been left in charge of the map and I've kind of messed up. I thought this was a path that we're gonna follow. It is apparently a little bit of a path that we think we can follow, but we're on the wrong side of the stream. So it's either that or head right up back over the moors again and add miles to this, or we can just hop this stream. So we're going to take our shoes and socks off, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Wish us luck. Somehow we managed to make a right meal out of what should have been a simple stream crossing. The thing is, Hayley had recently injured her foot and the stones beneath the water were actually quite slippy. So grabbing onto this fallen birch tree, we slowly and carefully made our way across the water to get to the other side. Leaving the forest behind us, we found ourselves finally back on track, back on the moors again, and with the mystery house finally in sight. Well, I think we finally made it. We are fast on approach to the mystery house in the middle of the moors. Now, I tried to find this on a few different maps. It's not actually named on OS maps, which is why I'm nicknaming it the mystery house. It's just like a small square. Now, in the past, if you've been watching our channel for a little while, you'll know that we've hiked out into the middle of nowhere to find bothies. Now, on maps they are actually listed as shooting cabins, so they do actually have a name. This does not. And I did find one map that actually called it the spooky house. It was listed as the spooky house, so I guess we're about to find out what it really is.
It looks spooky.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it does. It looks a bit creepy actually.
I think it looks quite nice.
Do you think we'll get cursed if we go in?
Maybe. Let's go find out, shall we? Okay, so after what seems like
ages,
forever, we've made it. We've made it to the spooky house, or so it's called on at least one map that I've seen. Now, there's not a great deal of information that I could find about this place online. Like I say, it's not even named on OS maps. It's just out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and you barely see anyone posting any pictures on the Peak District groups.
Yeah, we follow a lot of like Peak District related content, obviously, on Facebook and Instagram, and I think I've maybe seen 1 or 2 pictures of this place, but that's about it. So I think it's somewhat of a hidden gem, maybe. We won't be giving you guys the exact location, because let's try and keep it a hidden gem, but I guess if you're in the area, you know, or if you know, you know. But yeah,
it's really cool.
Pretty cool.
Right, let's get on with the apartment tour. So if you come in this way, you've got a nice little seating area. There's a lovely window, 2 lovely windows, they're both boarded up. And then if you come over here, we've got a nice little dismantled oven. And what would have been a log fire. I don't know what I'm saying. And then if you follow me this way, you've got a nice little like cooking worktop. You've even got a kettle and some gas and a little sweeping brush if you want to tidy up.
It could do with a bit of a tidy. And that's not all for this potential Airbnb. If you follow me, we've got an annex. Just note to me, being editor, speed this up so it looks like MTV Cribs. So, part 2, just as different as the one before. Let's go check it out. As you can see, this is the other side of the spooky house. There's slate on the floor, if you're into slate. There is, however, for a bit of prestige and heritage, a nice old oven fire thing it's not really anything anymore. I will say this particular property comes with far less graffiti, which is really what we're all looking for these days. And there's even a bit of air conditioning as, well, there's a hole in the roof. But room tour complete. Well, that's the nowhere house. The house, it technically isn't named either, although it was called a spooky house on one of those maps.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of something out of like Hansel and Gretel. It's just a bit like, it looks really picturesque, but also at the same time kind of spooky.
It's maybe kind of creepy. I quite like the style that it's done in. It's got those big blocky bricks that makes it up. It looks like something that you'd see sort of out in the Peak District.
Yeah.
It looks fairly old.
Yeah, it looks really old.
Couldn't really date this, but
it's a bit strange because the house is split into two.
Yeah, it's sort of,
there's no door like throughway.
They're technically two buildings. So my guess, personally, I think it's got something to do with that, and maybe that, because there's a little bit of a dammed section and sort of there's like a bit of a water holding pond. It's not a reservoir, I'd definitely call it a pond.
Yeah, lake?
It's not a lake.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's pretty small, but the house comes with some water, which is nice. Not really sure what it is used for though, so if you're watching this and you do know what this place is used for, let us know down below in the comments.
We'd like to know.
We're kind of clueless. We're just happy that we found it, to be honest. Well, we came, we saw, we conquered the mystery house in the middle of the moors. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah,
it's been really nice, just like in general, to have a nice walk out. It felt like it's been a long time. So
it's been nice to get out, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Turned into a bit more of an adventure than we kind of wanted it to be, but it was worth it.
Oh,
it was worth it for that little thing up there.
So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, we've actually got one similar that we've already done. It's called The Secret Cabin. That's a hidden bothy within the Peak District.
It's also out in the Dark Peak, so very similar vibes to this, so go and check that one out after you've watched this one.
Yes, we'll leave a link or something on the screen for you to go check that out. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up.
If you like the look of our faces and you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button just down there. It's completely free to do, really helps us out on the channel. Join the gang for more Peak District adventures, and that way, guarantee that you see us in the next one. So until then,
we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Peace.